We're back in Greenford, West London, to see how the front garden we transformed from a grey, paved space into a green, attractive driveway is looking 6 months on. And I brought along Lee too to help offer some tips on how to keep it looking good for years to come. Hello Malcolm.
Morning.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
Hi, Matt.
So the last time we were here, you were parking your car onto this driveway for the very first time. What's it been like living with all these changes?
To be honest, there's not really been any major changes. We still park the 2 cars in here with ease, but we have the benefit of an incredible, fantastic front garden.
I can see the plants are looking really at home here, but have you noticed anything else taking up residence, maybe any wildlife?
I've noticed more bees, and there's also been an increase in insects. And that's been attracting a few birds.
So I guess if you bring in the plants, you bring in the wildlife too, don't you? So talking of plants, we've got Lee along from the RHS to help answer any gardening questions.
Yeah, I mean, I do have a few questions. One of those being the hedge. Since it's been planted, I haven't actually touched any of it, just allowing it to establish.
It's flowering really well, but we can let it grow up to the height that we want before trimming the top. Then the sides, once it starts to come wider than we want, we can trim those. And finally, really, any dead material can come off as well.
Malcolm, I've spotted that your climbers are looking fantastic against this trellis. What have you been doing to keep them looking so good?
Yeah, so it's quite easy. I just bought some garden string, and every 3 to 4 weeks, as new shoots grow, we're just tying it against the trellis and just training it completely around the front of the house.
So it's been quite easy to manage?
Oh, absolutely. The growth has been phenomenal. Lee, is there anything else I should be doing?
We're doing really well, so it's things ready for next year. If these shoots start to come off the edge of the trellis or go towards the window, they can just be snipped off. The stems are going to get thick and woody as well, so the canes can come out as well. You don't need those forever. Otherwise, that's it.
Have you got any advice on how to keep all this looking smart?
Well, I think there's a couple of things we can do. In general, the mulch has done a really good job of keeping the weeds down, but it's just 1 or 2 things like this stinging nettle that's crept in, so they can come out. Additionally, these flower heads have now finished, so we can cut those off right at the base. As well as making it look better, it'll also take away those seeds, which could make unwanted plants, so this will cut down on the weeding later.
Okay, thank you.
So Malcolm, this section, despite parking your car regularly on here, the plants are looking really rather good. What's your secret?
All I did was trim down the sides, but outside of that, very little. Is there anything else you can recommend, Lee?
There's a few things. Let's have a look closer. You can see that this creeping Jenny is really quite vigorous, so we can just cut those out and free up the time. These are now dead heads as well, so we can trim that off and make a nice neat dome. That will mean also it won't get too high into the car for you. And any dead bits that just happen to get trodden on or really damaged, they can be trimmed out as well.
And how about these autumn leaves? Is it worth just raking those out a bit?
Yes, it is, as much their appearance, but eventually they would get kind of into a thick layer that could smother. So when they've all come down, worth pulling those out.
So Lee, any more tips for somebody with a new garden like Malcolm?
It's really just to keep on top of the weeds while they're small, because it's so much easier. And for the first 2 or 3 years, if we have a really hot, dry spell, just water the shrubs and hedge, because it'll help them establish.
Well, Malcolm, I hope you have many more years of enjoyment to come from this garden. Thank you for letting us come and share it with you. This was once a grey space, but is now full of green, showing just what can be done on even a suburban street. If you'd like to find out more and pledge to turn your grey space into green, visit rhs.org.uk/GGB.